New York. When I stood here last July, which doesn't seem like 10 months ago, but it is 10 months ago, to discuss Long Island Railroad Summer Beach Service, I looked around the boardwalk and the beautiful beach and I thought, who would not want to spend a summer day here? Sand between your toes, picnic lunch, good book. This is the place to be all summer long. And that is why we're here again today at the beginning of the summer of 2023 on this gorgeous morning to encourage everybody to take the Long Island Railroad to our local beaches and attractions and take advantage of the Long Island Railroad summer packages and escorted tours to see the best that our region has to offer. Right here in Long Beach, we've got wonderful destinations, and now we have increased service out of Grand Central Madison. We're ready to serve communities across New York. To my fellow Metro North customers, Long Island is waiting for you too, and it's now a lot easier to get here. In addition to our annual service, our extra service out to East End destinations, we're also making it easy for our customers to soak in the sun at the other world-class beaches here in Nassau and also in Suffolk County. We've got the service here to Long Beach, and then moving out from here, elsewhere in Nassau County, our Jones Beach package includes discounted rail to and from our Freeport station and N88 nice bus transportation down to the beach. Of course, grabbing a table at the many local eateries and joining the fun here on the Long Beach Boardwalk requires just a stroll from our Long Beach station, and our Long Beach package includes discounted rail plus beach admission and a City of Long Beach trolley voucher. On summer weekends, we're providing one additional Long Beach train in both directions, and there will be 3 additional eastbound plus an additional westbound train for travel to and from Freeport to be able to support the Jones Beach packages. Heading out into Suffolk, our Robert Moses package includes discounted rail to and from Babylon Station, plus Suffolk County Transit bus to and from the beach. And if you love Fire Island, we're again offering package deals to the many communities reachable by ferry from Bayshore, Sayville, and Patchogue. All of these packages include discounted round-trip train fare, plus round-trip taxi and ferry vouchers. The one exception is the Watch Hill package, which does not come with taxi, since the ferry is such a short ride. Such a short walk from Patchogue Station. And then what would a summer on Long Island be without extra weekend service to and from Greenport, the Hamptons, and Montauk? Most notably, our famous Cannonball Express train to the Hamptons, which this year departs Penn Station at 4:07 on summer Fridays. But of course, as we all know, Long Island is so much more than its fabulous beaches. We run day trips and discounted escorted tours to some of the region's star attractions through our popular MTA Away program. And if day cruises, cultural events, Gold Coast mansions, wineries, lighthouses, museums, festivals, and or theme parks are more your thing, just visit the MTA Today website for details, choose your adventure package, and then leave the planning to us. Please be aware, though, that because multiple tickets and or vouchers are required for our summer packages and escorted tours, tickets can only be purchased at gray, green, or blue ticket machines and ticket windows at Long Island Railroad stations. And don't forget our famous Train Time app, where you can track your train, view schedules, and buy your tickets, not tied to a tour or package. For listings and info on all of these summer packages, visit the MTA Away website at mtaaway.com. And now I'd like to invite up to the podium somebody who knows all about the great offerings here in Long Beach, Long Beach's Park and Recreation Commissioner and Acting Long Beach City Manager, Ronald Walsh.
Thank you. Good afternoon, or good morning, everybody. Very exciting day out here in Long Beach. I really want to thank the MTA for their partnership over the years. What we really want to try to do here is we want to try to get people to use our public transportation systems to come down to Long Beach. It's very, very challenging to park down here, but the great partnership that we have with the MTA, not only giving you the ability to purchase a beach pass, but also to get involved in our transportation system down here with our trolleys to get around town so that you don't need a car at all to come down here. Behind me you see some of our great lifeguards that are going to keep our beaches safe. We have some of the most beautiful beaches on the entire East Coast. We like to think in the entire world. We have some fantastic restaurants down here in Long Beach, great attractions on the boardwalk itself, from Riptides to Marvell to Beach Burger. Up and down you can find refreshments and really some great opportunities to just have a wonderful family time down here at the beach. So with that, I'll turn it over now to Mr. Joseph Brand, our Parks and Recreation Commissioner. Joe?
Thank you and good morning. Just real briefly, look, the Long Island Railroad makes the commute easy. Our partnership makes the day at the beach very affordable. And as the city manager just explained, the lifeguards standing behind me are the ones that make sure that everybody comes to the beach, goes home from the beach. But they can only do that while they're on duty. So if one message we like to convey every time we get the opportunity to do so is please, please come here, but swim only when lifeguards are on duty. Mother Nature's been kind to us this winter. The beach is vast. Our beach maintenance department has done their usual stellar job with preparing it. We want to make it as easy as we can. That railroad train pulls in less than a quarter of a mile from the beach. A short walk to the beach or hop on one of the buses with your voucher for a free bus ride anywhere in town, and you can frequent all that Long Beach has to offer. So welcome to summer, welcome to Long Beach, and have a safe and healthy summer, everybody.
Now we're going to invite up John Bendo, the Long Beach City Council President.
Good morning. As everyone that lives here knows, Long Beach is a fantastic place to live, work, and play year-round. But this is the weekend we all really look forward to, the unofficial start of summer. So we are open for business. We welcome our visitors. We have, as we heard before, some of the most beautiful beaches in the country. We're standing in front of one of our beautiful beachfront hotels. We have fantastic restaurants and shops for people to visit. But as you've heard from some of the others, parking can be a challenge in our neighborhood. So the best way to get here, if you're coming from out of town, is by the train. You're going to save money, and you won't have to worry about parking, and it is a nice short walk from the train station to get to one of the best beaches in the country. So come on down. We look forward to seeing you.
Thank you, Mr. Bendo. And we're going to wrap up by hearing from two of our lifeguards, Michael and Isabella, who've been on the job for 5 years. So they're going to talk a little bit about what it's like to be a lifeguard in Long Beach.
Good morning. I'm Michael. I've been a lifeguard for 5 years. This is my twin sister, Isabella. Also been a lifeguard for 5 years. We've lived here for 20 years, and we know there's nothing better than being on this beach, enjoying everything that Long Beach has to offer, with the quick train ride, quick walk down to the beach. And as lifeguards, we're here to protect you and make sure that your stay is as fun as possible.
As Michael said, there's truly nothing better than summers in Long Beach. And everyone in the lifeguard community is really excited to watch over you, and we hope for a great summer.
Oh, I'm sorry, Alfonso was off topic? Yep. Okay.
I'll actually give you a simple on-topic one.
Okay.
What is weekend ridership up to now, percentage-wise?
So weekend ridership, I can get you the exact percentage, but as you know, I mean, we've been offering 100% of pre-COVID service for a long time, and weekend ridership has been extremely strong. Really, ridership across the board has been very, very strong all spring long, but we'll get back to you with the exact percentage.
You've been on or close to 100% at some weekends, right?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Extremely strong.
So a couple off topic, if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course.
This one's kind of sort of related. Whenever I, or whenever you guys mention that the crowding situation after the Grand Central Madison schedule change has been largely addressed, I hear from riders who say this isn't true. Trains are as crowded as ever. Sometimes they send pictures of what look like very crowded trains.
Yeah.
So how do you reconcile these two things where the MTA, and I know your data tells you this is a problem that's largely been addressed, and yet there are people who say it remains very bad?
Well, I mean, excuse me. I mean, I think there's a couple ways of addressing that problem. Or answering that question, I should say. So, as you know, we have data. We have data we didn't really have 3-4 years ago that can really allow us to drill down train by train, car by car to see what the conditions are. So we're sort of approaching that, those kinds of reviews in a much more analytical way than had been possible previously. So, it's been a really powerful tool to us as we've tried to adjust schedules and adjust train sizes since the rollout of the GCM schedule. It's not perfect, and sometimes if there's a problem with equipment, maybe a train that should be 10 trains for that day is 8 cars as opposed to 10, so that might be just like a one-time thing. So that happens. That always happened. That happened pre-COVID. But I think the other thing too are just expectations, right? I mean, I think that when we were not carrying as many people, people got used to not necessarily sitting next to somebody. Even before COVID, people didn't like to sit in the middle seat. There's definitely more of that happening now. I see people sitting next to each other. I see people in the middle seat, but not consistently. So I do think that they're sort of evolving expectations as to what the onboard experience should be post-COVID. But we have, as I said, we've got tools to be able to look at, how many people are on board. We have made adjustments. We will continue to make adjustments. I get those pictures too. When we get it, we look at those complaints. I just want to sort of make that reassurance to our customers. People have my email address and they will send me pictures of trains directly, and I will send that to service planning, and we will look at those trains and see whether and if we should be making adjustments to those trains. So we are responding, quickly. We've got schedule changes planned for the fall. We want to make it as quick, and comfortable an experience for our customers as possible. I think, we're comfortable with the level of service that we're providing, and we will continue to respond to the complaints and the input that we're getting from our customers to continue to improve our service.
Okay. One other one, there was discussion on Wednesday's board meeting about these kind of dueling visions for the reconstruction of Penn Station.
Yeah.
There's now this new proposal that has to do with buying and knocking down the Hulu Theater, building a new grand
Right.
entrance on 8th Avenue.
Right.
Jamie Torch Springer made it clear that this wasn't necessarily something that the MTA was terribly interested in.
Right.
And also brought up this kind of discussion of paying the Garden versus being paid by the Garden for the reconstruction of Penn Station. What are your thoughts on this? What if anything, should Madison Square Garden's responsibility be in future improvements in Penn Station, and what vision do you think is best for Long Island Railroad riders?
Yes. So the good thing about being the person who runs the railroad and not the person who has to talk to Madison Square Garden is that, I'm really focused on the customer experience for the riders of the Long Island Railroad. So, I think there are others at MTA who are better to speak to with respect to their opinion in terms of, what vision of Penn Station is the better vision. Jamie spoke to that at the board meeting. I know, Chairman Lever has expressed opinions, and the governor obviously was there at the board meeting on Wednesday. So I'm not necessarily the person to speak to that, but what I can say is, the renovations that have been unveiled this spring are fantastic and have really enormously improved the customer experience. I mean, that's another, complaint we've had for the last several years, is how difficult it was to navigate the Long Island Railroad concourse at Penn Station because of all the, the scaffolding and everything that was going on there. And just the unveiling of those improvements, the lengthening of the corridors, the lifting of the ceilings, better light, the new escalator. It's been just transformative in terms of the Long Island Railroad customer experience at Penn. I'm thrilled to see that. And whatever the ultimate vision is for future improvements at Penn, we will always be keeping the experience of the Long Island Railroad commuter in mind as we, venture down whatever road that is. Okay.
Good job.